Although they are marketed as a safe alternative to cigarettes, e-cigarettes have many draw hazards you need to be aware of. Follow along to find out. E-cigarettes are devices that heat a liquid into an aerosol that the user inhales. The liquid usually has nicotine and flavoring in it and other additives. The nicotine in e-cigarettes and regular cigarettes is addictive. E-cigarettes are considered tobacco products because most of them contain nicotine, which comes from tobacco. Besides nicotine, e-cigarettes can contain harmful and potentially harmful ingredients, including ultrafine particles that can be inhaled deep into the lungs. Flavor ingredients such as diacetyl, a chemical linked to serious lung disease. Heavy metals, such as nickel, tin, and lead. E-cigarettes' effects on youth. Adolescent years are times of important brain development. Brain development begins during the growth of the fetus in the womb and continues through childhood and to about age 25. Nicotine exposure during adolescence and young adulthood can cause addiction and harm the developing brain. E-cigarettes are very popular with young people. Their use has grown dramatically in the last 5 years. Today, more high school students use e-cigarettes than regular cigarettes. The use of e-cigarettes is higher among high school students than adults. No matter how it's delivered, nicotine is harmful to youth and young adults. E-cigarettes typically contain nicotine as well as other chemicals that are known to damage health. For example, users risk exposing their respiratory systems to potentially harmful chemicals in e-cigarettes. Here are some other risks young people face if they use e-cigarettes. Brain risks. The part of the brain that's responsible for decision-making and impulse control is not yet fully developed during adolescence. Youths are more likely to take risks with their health and safety, including the use of nicotine and other drugs. Youth and young adults are also uniquely at risk for the long-term, long-lasting effects of exposing their developing brains to nicotine. These risks include nicotine addiction, mood disorders, and permanent lowering of impulse control. Nicotine also changes the way synapses are formed, which can harm the parts of the brain that control attention and learning. Addiction. How does the nicotine in e-cigarettes affect the brain? Until about age 25, the brain is still growing. Each time a new memory is created or a new skill is learned, stronger connections, or synapses, are built between brain cells. Young people's brains build synapses faster than adult brains. Because addiction is a form of learning, adolescents can get addicted more easily than adults. The nicotine in e-cigarettes and other tobacco products can also prime the adolescent brain for addiction to other drugs such as cocaine. Behavior risks. E-cigarette use among youth and young adults is strongly linked to the use of other tobacco products, such as regular cigarettes, cigars, hookah, and smokeless tobacco. Some evidence suggests that e-cigarette use is linked to alcohol use and other substance use, such as marijuana. And certain e-cigarette products can be used to deliver other drugs too. Aerosol and other risks. The aerosol from e-cigarettes is not harmless. It can contain harmful and potentially harmful chemicals, including nicotine. Ultrafine particles that can be inhaled deep into the lungs. Flavoring such diacetyl, a chemical linked to serious lung disease. Volatile organic compounds such as benzene, which is found in car exhaust. And heavy metals, such as nickel, tin, and lead. Scientists are still working to understand more fully the health effects and harmful doses of e-cigarette contents when they are heated and turned into an aerosol, both for active users who inhale from a device and for those who are exposed to the aerosol secondhand. Another risk to consider involves defective e-cigarette batteries that have been known to cause fires and explosions, some of which have resulted in serious injuries. Most of the explosions happened when the e-cigarette batteries were being charged. Do you smoke e-cigarettes or know someone who does? Leave a comment below if this information was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please take a moment to subscribe. Leave a comment with suggestions for future videos. We love giving you actionable health advice and remedies.